So we're doing a video assessment of the 1972 MG, registration AEE929L. This is an initial assessment just to check the underside for corrosion and leaks. So superficial rusting to the front valance will be easy enough to tidy up and repaint. Suspension components all look to be solid, replaced at the last restoration, which we think was in 2003. Again, the superficial rusting to the suspension components that will clean up fairly nicely. There's nothing significant there. There's a little bit of corrosion to the base of the radiator, which may need a replacement radiator. There is an oil leak that appears to be coming from the right hand side of the engine and leaking down underneath the engine and to the bell housing. It looks like the starter motor was replaced as part of the restoration. Exhaust pipe, surface corrosion again, probably replace that because it's looking a little bit worn just in front of the mounting at that point. I've checked some play and the driveline. The prop shaft is fine. There's no issues there. There's little or no play in the differential. Ever such a slight weeping of oil in the differential. The sills are solid on both sides. There's just two patches of rust. There's one here and one here, both of which are easy enough to correct. Going round to the rear of the vehicle, so you can see that the rear shock absorbers are still relatively new. The leaf springs have been wrapped to protect them in the past. The rear valance again has minor cosmetic corrosion, nothing significant. The paint has started to peel on the boot floor, which underneath looks again to be solid, just needs to be cleaned up and tidied up. We'll see when we get round to the front wings. A lot of the problems with this car have been caused because of poor maintenance. So the dirt hasn't been cleared out from the mud flaps and the wheel arches, which has built up, and the moisture stayed in there and caused corrosion. In general, the rear of the car is solid. The wheel arches are great. There's a lot of dirt build-up behind the wheel arches, which will need to be cleaned out. We'll be removing the mud flaps. The sills down this side of the car are fantastic. There's a little bit of bubbling just at these points here, so we'll have to take that metal back to see whether it needs patching. Jacking points are all good. The brake lines there, you will see, are corroded, so they will need to be replaced. So this is the lower front wing. This is the worst part of the whole vehicle, and again this is caused by mud. Sorry, I'm trying to juggle the lamp as well. So this is all mud built up in here and moisture, and the lower section of the wing is detached from the vehicle. I think this was the main reason that the seller was getting rid of the car, because they thought it was actually significant. It looks like there is some minor repair work to be done on the inner section, and the repair section for this wing is available to be welded in. The rest of the wing is in a really good solid shape, so there's no need to change the whole wing. It's just a lower section. And again, there's some localized corrosion just in the front corner here that will need to be patched up and repaired. The tyres are all worn. They've all got cracks and perishing to the edges, so they'll all need to be replaced. And the wheels are lightly corroded. Hopefully they'll polish back, but if not, we'll have to look at getting the wheels refinished. Generally, a very, very solid car, testament to the restoration that's been done in the past. It was obviously done to a very high standard, and now it's just got to the point where it needs to be refreshed and brought back to its former glory. So we look forward to it. I'll follow on with the next instalment of the upper body and interior later.